Well, this week we're a little different, and I've got some help for me here. The Ball Shop is sponsoring this week's Golden Ball, but we're not going to see any bowling. We're going to give away, for sure, $1,200. And Kathy, why don't you introduce the help we have here today?
I brought Ryan McDonald, Mark, Kevin, and Patty.
All right, fine help that we do have. And $1,200, why don't we bring it to a head here? Last show of the year, $1,200 on the line. One person is going to walk away with it.
These are all the home and the audience viewers, all 22 of them in here. So one of them will take home $1,200. It's a Stephen Bothwell from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Stephen, congratulations, $1,200. Contact the BPA office and we'll make arrangements to get it to you. You can give Kathy a call at 1821 Summit Road, and a $1,200 check is waiting for your name. Thanks for the support this year. We look forward to doing it again next year. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
Next we're going to have, well, wait a minute. We're not going to go next. First we're going to look at Joe Minster intensely talking to Irv Hoenke Jr. and Mike McDonald. Man, that's some heavy conversation going on there. Look at that. Of course, Joe's from the Hamilton Journal, and he just does some great writing for bowling. And we really appreciate it, Joe. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of information Irv was dishing out there, but he had a captive audience. Tim Sharp, after the break in between games, comes back and throws the ball a little wide. Still carries 9 of the 10 that we have down there, leaving only the 2-pin. I'd like to congratulate Steve Bothwell of Cincinnati. Stephen, congratulations, $1,200. And that's because you took the time to send a card in. And we'd like to thank everybody that participated. Next year, folks, make sure you get involved. For a 25-cent stamp, that's not too bad. Bill Heflin, right-hand lane. Lost his footing a little bit, cuts through, takes out the 2-pin, leaves a very, very unusual setup. The 1-3-4-7.
Very difficult to make too. That added pin in there, being the 4-pin as opposed to left-handed Warshop, makes it very difficult.
Looks close. Ooh, he was definitely going for it early on in the match, but he gets only 1. Totals out 7 in the first frame.
Quite an unusual total, by the way, for a first frame. Tim, of course, has the spare up, and we're edging our way to the final match, in which one of these gentlemen, or possibly, or definitely, of which Alan Runkle will be in that group, will take home $1,600.
Alan Runkle, the hot hand in town right now. He's really posting scores anywhere that he goes. I know last week he went up to New York to bowl in a tournament, Jen, and we'll give you some of the rundown on that. But
and of course at Western Bowl just a couple weeks ago, shot an 813, including a 300 game.
So congratulations to Alan. We'll see him in the next game. But right now, Tim Sharp, right-hand lane, is looking sharp with 266 or 265 his first game. Doesn't quite carry the Wally this time. Leaves the 7 in frame number 2.
Hey, by the way, the Champion of Champions tournament's coming up May 30th through June 5th. And that's really a good tournament, and that, of course, involves all the people who have won, or in some cases came in 2nd or 3rd place in their individual leagues. And there is a lot of money in that tournament. So all you that have dates, keep that in mind, and good luck.
That's right, and those league races that are still closed, bear down a little bit harder. You can always put a little glue in your opponent's thumb hole. No.
No, wait a minute, no.
Whatever it takes to win, right? No, we don't do that. But no. Tim Sharp is looking, he'd like a re-rack, I believe, or he's looking for his ball. No, he's looking for his ball. Well, we'll take an opportunity right here to run down Bill Heflin's games as he went across the house. He, like Steve Bruck, came out really smoking. 258 his first game, 211 the second match, 218. Having a little mental letdown, 194, but as all good players do, he came right back with 257 in game number 5, 217 in game number 6 for a total of 1355. Just missing Alan Runkle by 2 pins, Jennifer. Averaging 225 for his 6 games here at Colerain Bowl. Alan Runkle standing behind us. What are you looking at? You get down there and watch the lanes. You don't have to watch us. Tim Sharp, pardon the pun, is looking super sharp today. He's keeping the pins down. The roll is clean. Not covering a lot of boards, but he's really, really making the pins dance.
Bill Heflin can get right back into this match here with a double. That's the way you do it.
Likewise, Tim Sharp's not the only guy that can keep pins down and rolling around. Bill Heflin can do it too. Take a look at it here. Not the full pocket shot that we're used to seeing. The head pin center of your screen goes to the right-hand side, comes off the wall, takes out the 6 and the 10 pin. Got about 4 or 5 pins laying on the deck. You know your ball is keeping the sticks down, and that's what you want to do. That looks a little more full into the pocket. Take a look at Bill's reaction on the split screen and the ball. Nice work in the truck, guys. You guys are doing it again. Our camera crew gives you the opportunity to watch this perfect pocket shot, and boy, Bill just really, oh, he's smiling.
Of course, Jesse Jackson, let's not forget him, doing such a terrific job producing for us today.
As always. I think that one woke Tim up. That's probably his most powerful strike of the match so far. Tim Sharp is, well, he just threw a double up there at Bill Heflin, the open frame. For Bill in the first frame put him at a disadvantage, but throwing 37 to Tim Sharp's 39. Tim Sharp, 2 pins in the lead going into the 5th frame. Wow, wow, wow. Lane 19 treats Tim Sharp pretty well. And we're going to treat you to a few commercial announcements here, but don't go away. We've got plenty of bowling left on the BPA King of Bowling. Stay tuned.
Today's bowling tip is brought to you by Walt Sweeney West Hills Ford.
When you leave one of these, don't get upset. The 310 split isn't that tough. Just practice this. Find the 20th board, the middle dot. Take your right foot and move it 10 boards to the left. Use the right edge of your right foot to line up. Set up normally, then press your elbow tight into your side. Set the ball higher than normal, then rotate your thumb as far as you comfortably can to the right. Keep the ball balanced in the palm of your hand. Concentrate on the 4th arrow during your approach and continue to hold the arm and hand exactly as it was set. Then at the point of release, make the forearm and the palm swing directly towards the 3-pin. Make sure the elbow is locked in. So follow this format, but be prepared to move a couple of boards left or right, and then make this.
Today's bowling tip has been brought to you by Walt Sweeney West Hills Ford.
The Schwinn bike just found a home. I'd like to congratulate, and Joe, forgive me if I mess up your last name here, Moreno, it looks like, 3860 Ruth Lane, apartment number 1. He told me I should do a tip on spares and how to move and all that, and we sure did it, and I think it's airing today. If not, hopefully next week. Congratulations, Joe. That was donated by the Wright Brothers Cyclery, and the owner of the company, Charlie Wright, would love to give it to you, Joe. Give him a call at 731-2222. Super, super bike, and that'll get you in shape, Joseph.
Look at that great color around the tires. That's a nice looking bike.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
going to have to go out and visit them.
Good people. And exercise is the name of the key in bowling. Bill Heflin, been around for a long time, stays in shape, goes out and throws some games, and everybody in this area knows him. His reputation is infamous or infamous, which depending upon the week that he's bowling. 2-time city match game champ, Greater Cincinnati Bowling Association Hall of Fame. And we were invited to attend that function a couple of weeks ago, and it was a great tribute to all the good bowlers. And the people that donate a lot back to the game of bowling. Bill Heflin, left lane, leaves a soft 7.
I'm sure he'll have no problem converting this after that last one.
Look out.
Oh, why did I say that?
I don't know, Jen.
Sometimes you just wish you could turn it back.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. That's right. Well, we don't have anything to do with what they do down there. So Bill, every once in a while, being human that he is, misses the 7-pin in the 6th frame. The only trouble is when your opponent, Tim Sharp, has 3 in a row. Make it 4. Oh,
3.5.
3.5. That's right. It doesn't work. Bill Heflin, 2 open frames out of 6 attempts. Tim Sharp filling frame after frame. Appears very comfortable with the condition, Jen.
Yeah, well, off that 265 game, who wouldn't, huh?
You're right.
Steve Bruck did take home $325, by the way, for his efforts today. And the winner of this match will be guaranteed at least $800, and the loser taking home $550.
And that ain't hay.
We had a total prize fund of $5,900, and the total entries for the men were 3,688 men that bowled.
For the year.
And we got some great trophies, too, by the way.
Yeah, the hardware just arrived. We always like to give out some plaques or trophies, and the guys are always interested in the money, and we are going to give out a ton of that today. Between $1,200 and a gold ball and all the top prizes here towards the end, it's I think it's a $5,000 day. We can comfortably say that anyway. Tim Sharp, cross lane for the 10-pin. Makes his easily. That's how you do it, folks.
We're looking at about 23 pins in the lead for Tim Sharp. Definitely not insurmountable.
Not at all. Bill Heflin, left-hand lane.
Good, crisp
Right-hand
shot.
lane gets right in there. 1-3 pocket is filled up. Now this is the key coming up here. Be the 8th frame. Bill Heflin could fill all the frames and chalk up a 234, if I'm not mistaken, which would be a very creditable game. And Tim Sharp, as steady as he's been, he is human. He could make a mistake and let Bill back in it. But Bill's job has got to be to fill frames with X's and nothing but X's from here on out. Look out.
Good break, only leaving the 9-pin.
Bill is not overly fond of what he's doing right now in shadow balls and warm-ups. He looked very good and just can't quite put it together here. Covering up the 9-pin easily. Tim Sharp can run away and hide here with strikes in the 8th and 9th frame. And merely filling frames will qualify him to move on to match number 3, as you see the summation of game 2 so far. 137, 114, make it 57 if he strikes.
Almost the identical breakdown that Bill Heflin just got on the left. This time only leaving the 8-pin.
Toppling pins today instead of flying pins. They're just kind of falling around. Tim Sharp wipes his ball off. We'll step up there and use that little 3-board adjustment with your feet to the right. Hit his same strike target. Should convert this cleanly. And he does.
I'd like to correct myself. Jesse Jackson actually is our director. Whatever he does a great job. And I'd like to thank Jeff Moran and Dave Palmer and Robert Swan. They've all been doing a really great job for us this year, and we couldn't do it without you guys.
That's right. Now, I don't know whose birthday it is today, but we got to find somebody. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I was just told it's Ron Whitaker this week. He's our switcher, and congratulations on your birthday. And we always seem to have one every week. I think we used Judge last week.
Oh, he's not. Oh.
Tim Sharp, left-hand lane. Lane 19, he rattles him out of there for a good strike in the 9th frame. There you go. Oh no. Bill was hoping to get things untracked here, at least in the latter stages. Take a look at it. He's going to throw one of the scouts we talk about from week to week. Head pin, center your screen, goes to the right, comes off the wall, goes left, and just misses that 7-pin. Gets another chance at a spare. And he makes it this time, Jen.
That was a heck of a ball. No reason why that should have stood. But it did. This is the great game.
Well, the weather's getting nicer each and every week out there, and I know you want to get out and enjoy it, and we want you to do that too. But you come on down to your local BPA center and crack open a couple of 14Ks. And
Little King.
Get comfortable, Little Kings, and party hardy while you throw some games out there. Bill Heflin wants to finish here with a couple of strikes in the latter stages. He can still get to that 200 mark. Tim Sharp, however, if he strikes out, will be up in the 230 range again. We can run down for you the finishers that you're not seeing on the tube today. All these people, familiar names. The standby position was Robin Burris. There you go, Bill. Too little, too late, but it's nice to finish that way. Robin Burris earns $250. Right behind him, Stan Eaton, Randy Smith, Rob Davis, Tim George, Steve Miner, and on and on and on. We got just lists of people. Total purse, as you pointed out, Jen, $5,900. Bill Heflin, for his participation today, will get $550 of it. Okay, Bill. Going to finish out with a respectable 203 game. Respectable is right, but at the King of TV Bowling Finals end of the year, 203 will only get you honorable mention. And $550. And that's right, and a check. A lazy 5-pin retreats. 4-5. Tim's smiling. He knows this one's in the bag. But if I were Tim going up against Alan Runkle, knowing the way he's been throwing the ball over the last month, I wouldn't get relaxed at all. God, wouldn't it be great for the last show of the men's to give away that car? Would that be just like the most dramatic finish? I can't think of anything more dramatic than that. I don't know. Terry's a writer. Maybe he can think of something more exciting than that. He's bowing out also. Now, I guess we're stuck with the 300th, the last game of the year. Oh, boy, that would be so great. So Tim Sharp zeroed in, and if anyone has a good opportunity to do it, it will be Mr. Sharp in game number 3, shooting .216 to defeat Bill Heflin, .203. Stay tuned. This is it, the last game of the year on BPA King of Bowling. We'll be right back.